Welcome to this look at a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Westbridge Hills by Oito, 157.65 megabytes download. One required mod is Oito 1. Nothing else above that required mod in the build mode. So it's all base game stuff other than that required mod. There are no custom crops. Contracts are available. There are 25 collectibles. Spoiler alert, there is one inside the main shop. This is I say this whenever I do map tours on maps that I've played on or that I've done lots of map tours on. FS15, I mean, myself and CLG, we put some hours on this map, and every single iteration of the game has had new versions of it. I think FS19 was it? Or 22 had two versions by different people as well. Seeing how it is changed, and this is a very different version. And when I say a very different version, you'll go around and say, but it's pretty much the same. There are certain locations on here that have really been updated and changed by Oito. Really cool. We start with the pickup just here with wood beams in the back. I'm not sure why we've got wood beams in the back, but we start with them, so we'll take them. Why not? It's a bizarre one. New farm. What's the slot count? New farmer, which is what I'm on, is 1,654, which is quite high. But there's a lot of detail what Oito does, and this is a tame one from Oito as well. There's lots of extra detail, vehicles, machinery, equipment dotted around the map that adds to that element of immersion. But compared to some Oito maps that have got all sorts of extra productions and stuff like that thrown in, it hasn't. This is a more sedate one, should I say. On farm management start from scratch, that comes down to 1,543. You still start with the pickup with the wood beams, but you don't have any of the other equipment and machinery that we start with. The map looks like Westbridge Hills, as we kind of know it. If we go across to our farmland on New Farmer, we start with the main farm here. This is actually two separate plots. So when you come into a farm management and start from scratch, obviously you won't own it. The main farm plot is 274,416. Then this field plot, which has the farmhouse and other bits on it as well, is another 328,000. Now, Dan messaged me, thank you Dan, to say the start field isn't registering as a field. You can harvest it, but then when you go to do anything else on it, it won't work. It's not working with AI. It's not working with GPS. So I did message him back and say, is it possible? Will it allow you to create fields? Can you allow create fields and plough it? And he said it will allow you to do that, but for some reason, it's not registering as a field. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the same in other fields around the map. I'm not sure. There are some plots we're going to purchase as we go around. Some plots have got sleep triggers on, little farm areas, and some have got animal pens and bits on. As you can see, I've put some extra money in. I would normally be on New Farm with $1 million, but I put some extra in because some of these plots are a little bit pricey. What I'd like as well is there's some nice nods to the old versions, but some stuff has really been tweaked. So we're going to go down here first of all. Plot 42. I need to make sure I buy it and not visit it. There we go. If we purchase that, we get some extra. So that's still a cow farm down there, which is very, very cool. We have got over here. Now, this is very pricey considering what you get. I mean, it's a big field up here, don't get me wrong, but plot 31 does all of this. Now, this in various incarnations has been sheep farms and all sorts of stuff. So I thought that's obviously what it is. You've got all this stuff here. But it's 947 grand. If we buy that, all we get is a sleep and wardrobe trigger at the house here. And the house is lovely. This is a horse training exercise area. There's not a horse barn on it, but that is on there. What other plots was I going to buy? Oh, all these ones in town are available for purchase. They don't have sleep and wardrobe triggers on them. They don't have any productions. They don't have any sell points. They are just plots. But it is cool that you can buy all these plots around the town. So if you want to buy stuff, and you absolutely can. I'm just going to buy this one because I didn't get this one. Let's just double check it. Nope. Because like I say, some of them have got sleep and wardrobe triggers on. Plot 26 has, just here. By that plot, there you go, farmhouse, and then down here I think it was plot 58. Let's buy that. Yes, this bit down here is the biogas plant. You can't buy the land separately. You get down there, you buy the biogas plant, you get the land with it. But it's 1.1 million, I think it's 1.6 million. Might be 1.6 million. It's a 1 megawatt facility. This plot down here is a curious one as well. This is very much like Riverbend Springs. There's this massive cluster of beehives. And you know, on Riverbend Springs, you've got that little house with the beehives in it. You can't buy the plot of land, you can't buy the house, you can't enter the house. This is the same. This is a forestry plot, which is on the corner of where the sawmill is, which takes in all of that. And I went down there. There are loads of beehives down there. You still can't go into the building, but you can buy this plot if you want to for forestry. I think that was all the ones that had animal pens on. If I've missed any, I do apologise. You can buy the baseball arena. Not baseball arena. What am I talking about? Movie theatre. Movie theatre, and then down here you can't buy this plot, but this is your football stadium for your American footballs. Yes, and we got all this forestry area around the outside as well. What I like is, like I say, when I'm saying it's different, there are areas of the map that have been utilised that haven't done on previous versions of the game, adding in elements from the new version of the game, which is very cool. So. Farm shop, just up here. Like I said, spoiler, there are orbs. There are 25 farm orbs. Vehicle shop, workshop trigger is just out here. I love the fact this has been kind of left as it was, kind of. You remember the previous versions, I mean the very first version, had cardboard cutouts of vehicles in the window. It's actual vehicles in the window. Workshop trigger, this is the reset point on the map. We have NPCs in the map. David lives in this farmhouse here, just behind, so if you want to go and have a chat. I know I always say that, but, you know, that's what it's for. They've got the chat things on there. If this is the first map you're playing on, if you're completely new to the game, you think, I'm going to give that one a go, for whatever reason, rather than the base game one, then you might want to have a chat. So, I still don't understand. We don't start with a carpentry or a wood production or anything like that, so I don't know why we start with the pallet of wood beams, but I suppose just to give that element of, you know, we've been out to collect some stuff. Now, when I said about slot count, off camera, I didn't do all the farms, but I did the farm down here. If we turn in here, this bit at the front, everything can be sold here. All the buildings, all the stuff, the fencing can all go as well. I got the slot count down to 1,485. You can probably get it lower because there are some other farm areas around as well. Farmer 500 silo here, and then we've got two extensions. Those are both Farmer 250s, so that is 1 million litre combined standard crop types because it is base game stuff. Shed and storage space just here. Fuel tank, small one there, with some equipment machinery. We do start with some consumables, which is very handy indeed. We do have... Now, I did double check because I thought, oh, is that bale and pallet storage? But this is part of the old-time shed pack from Oito, and all those little things there for the lights to show where the lights are. But what you do start with, which is very cool, these in previous versions have been root crop storage buildings, which they kind of technically still are. But Oito has given us, off the start, on New Farmer, 2 pickup conveyors and 2 conveyors. So you can still use these as, yeah, if you want to, root crop storage, which is pretty cool. I'm going to leave the wood in. There's no point in taking it out. It seems a bit daft doing that. So we come down the side of here. We have got round the back of one of these. We've got a construction. You see over there? The tape. There's a shed construction there. Shed space here. There was nothing in these actually. I think that's pretty much all the equipment machine. There's not a huge amount actually that we start with. Most of it's in that barn just over there. Got a tractor with a front loader gear, so I drove past that. Just here. In the large sheds here, there was nothing in that one. This one has got the cedar in. Very much like the base game Riverbend Springs kind of stuff. The previous version, I'm just thinking there was a chicken pen on a previous version just there to the right. So yeah, it has changed. This barn building here is on the plot with this field here. We don't own that off the start. If you want to have access to that shed, you need to buy this field to the left. So this is the second part of the plot we start with on New Farmer, which is the main farmhouse. So sleep and wardrobe trigger just here, barn to the left just there. Got shed space all over the place, because I thought, oh, maybe we have got a little mini carpentry thing. That's why we've got the wood beams, but it's not. We can go into the shed. It's just there's not a facility in here. Shed space here, and then just past here we've got a water tower, and we've got our own bees with honey pallet spawn point. Now I said this on Riverbend Springs. I don't know whether all those beehives, they're supposed to link into the one cell point, but on Riverbend Springs my honey pallet production was terrible considering how many beehives were actually on the map. So I, like I say, with that potentially, but we do have a honey pallet spawn point and some honey pallets. We come up through the side of here, just over to the side over here. Sorry, I meant to point it out. Our harvester is ready to go on this field. So this is the field that Dan messaged me about. Our harvester's there with our header, good to go. Which was the start field on the very first version I played. I think I played, it was Bjornholm and Westbridge Hills, wasn't it? Were those the maps? I'm trying to think. So, up the hill, just at the exit here, we've got a small farmer's kiosk by the road, just there, and we're going to head south. So we bought that plot of land that's got the cow barn building on. So plot 42. It's 140 cows it will do. There is a manure heap. So there's your barn and pasture just here. Manure heap there. Silage clamp just round behind it as well. And then we have got just over here our slurry tank extension just there. Oh, the time I spent down this bottom bit of the farm doing mowing and baling, and oh man, like I say, we put some time on this. This was one of the first maps when CLG did a couple of videos with me when she was really small, obsessed with New Holland tractors, and she was whizzing around the map on a New Holland, giggling like a lunatic. God, seems like a lifetime ago. Craziness. So this part of the map, like I say, this is a bit that was all kind of rocky and it was really unusable. It's been used and it's really changed. I got here and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm looking at the map thinking, no, there is some stuff here, which is pretty cool. So, KT is here. We are the animal dealer. Come round the back. We've got a slurry. And that's what I mean about the immersion of this. You've got a tanker here by the slurry store. We've got our manure point just here with a tractor and front loader. It just adds to that element. It makes it feel a lot less sterile, you know? Which I like. It's very cool. Lime station, just there. Then we've got our sell point. And this as well, look. And they've got people all over the place as well. So you've got the guy here with bales. They're having a chat around at one of the animal pens, and we just drove past it. There were two people just stood there looking at the animals. It all adds to the immersion on the map. So, up the eastern side. This had various different things over the years on it. But as we come up here, again, we've got various different lorries and things scattered around. So this, we've got the grain mill to our right, just there. We've got spinnery to our left, just here. And then we've got oil mill just ahead of us here. Now that large plot we purchased, now be careful coming down this hill, because I've put in capital letters in red pen with an exclamation mark, tree. And you shall see for why. Because when you come hooning down this hill, like what I done, and right in the middle of the road, there's a tree. Not sure that's supposed to be there. But anyway, yeah, may get an update. So this is that large field and plot that's got the horse training centre on it. Doesn't have a horse stable on it, but at the end it's got this lovely house, this lovely building, just here, with your sleep and wardrobe trigger on it. So yeah, set it up however you want. Then we come across now various versions of the game. I think the earliest version had the train actually ran. You could put stuff on it, couldn't you, and send the train, if I'm remembering correctly. So this says Grain Silo West. Now that usually indicates a railroad transfer silo, which is interesting because it's got an in and an out. And over there, it's got a sell point bit on it, which looks like a sell point bit. But there's no rent train point here. There's nothing for it. As far as I can tell, it's just a silo, just a big storage silo here. And we've got another lime station just there. Yeah, there's nothing for rent train. As far as I can tell, yeah, just a big old storage silo. It's not showing as a sell point. Onwards! Like I said, I'm always curious to see as I kind of go to different bits thinking, I'm trying to remember what was there originally. I'm sure there was, the animal dealer was at this point on one of the versions, you know. So if we swing around here, we've got the Cooper just here, carpentry just to the side there. Out onto the road, a bit further along. Farmers Market, sell point, just to our right, there. And then the American Football Stadium. Stadium? Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? Pitch. Just there. Now, this is where things change again, which is quite cool. So if we head up here, we're not going through the tunnel, we're going just to the left of it. Cleverly incorporated into the map. We come down here. Look at this. How cool is this? Cement works to our left, to our right, the dredging boat, or a dredging boat, let's just say that. And there's our stone, look, coming out for the dredging boat, which can be collected. Cool extra features. And I say this all the time when I do map tours. You know, this has taken a map that everyone knows really well. You know, if on any iteration of the game there's been a version of this map, and added in the FS25 features, the things in it, not just sell points, but the map has changed, has altered to incorporate some of those features. And I like the way it's been done. It fits really well. So if we come down here, around the corner, so there's all these plots here at the main town. There's loads to see as well, so all these plots you can buy to do with whatever you want. We have tailors just to our left here. There's our tailors. A little bit further along, next on the right, I think is this the town hall? It's kind of like town hall. It's all this as well, like the cars parked up on the street in front as well. So you've got to be careful coming down. Bakery to our left hand side, just there. Just past here. I don't know if Ben lives here or he just lurks, I'm not sure. It's like a little repair centre. There's not a vehicle workshop here. There's loads of equipment and machinery and stuff here, and Ben is just up here. Look. Just up here, ready for a chat, just, I don't know, talk about equipment and machinery? Maybe. Coming back out from here. Just round to our right. We have got round to the right of that part of the building, the blue building there, just round the corner is the warehouse point for buying pallets, and they'll be out there. Then the sell point for the warehouse is just there. So that's the warehouse, sell point, buy points around the other side. Again, I miss the shipping containers. I want them back. I liked them. They were cool. Gas station just over to the left there. Carry along across the road. There is the park out there, lovely little park you can go and visit as well. Over the tracks again, around the corner we've got the paper factory, just to our left. To our right, lime station. Again, there's little forklifts and lorries and stuff all over the place. Look at that, even looks like it's being loaded. Now, up the hill here, to our left is one of the plots, was it 26, that I bought, that it's got a sleeping wardrobe trigger on, but it's got some sheds and buildings and stuff on it, so it's kind of a little farmstead. There's no silos or animal pens or anything like that. We're going to go past that there, but we'll see a little bit better when we go in a minute. But what's also been added in over here, and again, I'm not sure about sea level. I'm not sure where sea level is on this map. I'm trying to work out, we've just come uphill, haven't we? It just go down a little bit. We've got, over here, look. This was never here before. This is the Grain Barge Terminal 1 sell point. Yeah, just around here. So you've got a few different levels to this. You can't buy this land, but it is here as a sell point. And again, it's one of those things, if you get a contract that gives you this as a sell point, this is where you need to be coming to. Come back out here. Just go past a little cafe. So this is that plot I was saying, 26. So you've got some barn space on there, some shed space. And there's sleep and wardrobe trick at the farmhouse just there. Now we are going to take a little detour across here. Now again, I'm thinking back to when I first played on this map on, a gazillion years ago, it feels like. This was when on console we could only dream of delivering milk. Because we couldn't originally. It was just, you took your milk, or you produced your milk, and it's sold at midnight. And there was a dairy up here, and you couldn't do anything with it. It was just a building that said dairy. There was always that thing of, can you imagine being able to take your milk and take it and sell it? It just wasn't a thing. There you go, there's your drive-in movie theatre. Then we come around here, and we have got, now it is just a sell point on here, the dairy. We've got the dairy sell point, and we've got a canning factory here as well. Again, I'm not sure. Through there is the sell point for the dairy, and around the back here is the canning factory. And the purchase where you buy the canning factory is right around, says there's all your ins and outs for your canning factory, but your buy point, managed production point, is just around there at the door there. I'm just going to double check something. I'm pretty sure we can't buy this land. We're on farmland, aren't we? We can buy that. We can buy that. No, we can't buy that. So we can buy the movie theatre. We can't buy this plot. I was just going to say, because the dairy is just a sell point, to be able to put an actual dairy on it, I still don't understand why that's not a thing. Why Giants did that for the base game dairy. That you can get the mini dairies, and there are dairies available, but not make it a full-blown dairy. But again, all the tankers, very cool indeed. Down the hill we go. In a rush of adrenaline and excitement, potentially, towards the biogas plant, which I say, I put all this extra money in because some of these plots were pricey. So, into the biogas plant, just here. Lime station to our left. Big old megawatts worth. I'm sure it's 1.6. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1611. It's a standard biogas plant. Once purchased, there you go. Manure, silage, slurry, sugar beet, digestate out. Straightforward, but it's a big old brute. From here, I haven't done my usual, have I? Let's go back. Where did we start? We started here at the main vehicle shop. We did the main farm all round here. We came up here, down the bottom here, to the cows, or the cow open pen bit, all the way up there to the animal dealer, out in this corner, up here, past the spinnery and the grain mill and oil mill. Then we came down this way past there, that sleep trigger and the horse training centre thing. Grain West Silo. Now that is Grain West Silo. I need to double check this. Let's go down to here. I'm sure none of these are showing Grain West Silo as a sell point. Grain barge, grain mill. I'm sure it's just storage. Even when we come on to, all this production stuff, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, as far as I can tell. Anyway, when we come out of here, there's that other plot. Was it 56? What plot was it? I'm trying to remember now. I said had a sleep and wardrobe trigger on it. That's down here as well. There might be other little plots like that. They've got some sleep and wardrobe triggers. Whoa, there we go. MrSealyp map tour complete. If you're playing MrSealyp map tour, bingo. Pulling out in front of traffic, tick. Hitting vehicle, tick. To our left there, sleep and wardrobe trigger on that plot just there. There is a water tower actually on that plot as well, to the side of it. But onwards from here, restaurant sale point. I think there's always been a restaurant sale point here with some description. There you go, restaurant sale point just there. And then we continue along down to here, and we come to the sawmill just in here. Again, I love the way it's been integrated into the landscape. Sale point's just over there with the trigger for selling your wood. Up on the hill. Noah's up round here as well. Somewhere. Whoa, mind that. There we go. Too busy looking around for Noah. He's around somewhere. Oh, there he is. Over there somewhere. Yeah, for a chat. People hanging about. And then we drive Again, this was all kind of there was the old nodding donkeys were down here, wasn't it? There was a bit of forestry, but there was all those little oil derrick things. But this has all been adjusted and altered. But you go right out into the corner. That's where all those honey pallets are in that house. Yeah, out here. Curious and no mistake. I'm going to double check. I'm going to double check things in a moment. Did we buy this plot? We didn't, did we? I'm going to buy it just to double check something here. Buy. There's nothing else down here, is there, that I can see? All the honey... Yeah, all the bees are all here. We can't go into this building. Yeah, still haven't got access to it. I just suddenly thought, is there a production down here that I've missed? I don't think so. Like playground equipment or something like that, but I don't think so. It's just a shed, isn't it? Yeah, it certainly appears that way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the map. Because we came down to the biogas plant, which was here. Okay, there's that little plot there that I was saying about. There. This plot here's got a water tower on it as well, but no sleep triggers or anything like that. I'm trying to think on previous versions. I don't think... Do we have access to the forestry around the edges of the map on previous ones? I can't remember. Or whether was that more open ground for grass? But anyway, that being said, I think... Is it just me or does it feel smaller? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the age thing or having experienced so many different things now. Map-wise, and I don't know. But anyway, that's Westbridge Hills 25 by Zero Oito. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.